I think what a lot of people remember from that stream is your diabetes attack.
My stupid diabetes attack when my blood sugar fell. I mean, I had a half a sandwich in my bag. I even had like these, those baked goldfish, but those fucking things were not helping me. They were drying me out. When you're diabetic, you have to eat good solid meals like eggs and sandwiches and hot meals. And we were in the car for like 3.5 hours. I don't know what the fuck, why it took so long for them to get from Hollywood all the way to fucking Santa Monica Boulevard. It should only took like 40 minutes. And they just kept driving on and on. And she kept talking. And I was just getting sick and overwhelmed and frustrated. You know how little kids get when they just get so fucking frustrated in the car and they start crying and screaming and kicking the seat. Well, that's how I felt. I can't help the way my emotions are.
Did you really think that you were dying at that point, or were you just using
Yes.
that as an excuse to take
No, I
control?
felt like I was dying because my blood sugar was falling, and it already fell. And I get two phases where I get the hunger pangs in my stomach the first time, the growling in the stomach, the hunger. And when that happens, I have 15 minutes to find food. And I didn't say nothing because I kept eating those fish things. But then I had that growling feeling in my stomach again, and all of a sudden I felt my blood sugar fall. I felt it. I felt my energy, like all the bones and everything left my body, and I just slumped like that. And I said, I got to get some food now. We got to get off the highway because I had no idea where they were driving and how long it would. So I told her, let's get off the highway. I'm hungry. Let's go get food. And she didn't care, and she made a joke out of it. And as soon as I expressed that I had a need, she was able to utilize it in her show and control me to get what she wanted. She made over $3,000 on that show that day because of me, because I was a whiny, crying little bitch that day, which is true. I sounded like a whiny little fuck. And it probably cost me my career for all I know.
Did she pay
But
for anything?
nope. That first day we went and ate, thank God I had controller because we were walking around. And we went to this restaurant and I paid for that and I tipped the waitress $10. She didn't tip the waitress anything. Somebody else probably paid for a meal on top of it. No, she didn't pay for nothing. She didn't
Hmm.
offer. And I couldn't offer either because, like I said, I'm not that rich. The only reason I had money to go to California is because of my credit card. I have good credit. My ex has all this money, fucking tons of cash, exposable, what do they call it? An indisposable income where they just have so much money all the time. And yet her credit is so bad. She can't get a loan for nothing. And I'm the one who's fucking living on Social Security and food stamps, and I have better credit than most rich people. See, you keep your credit good and you can do stuff when you want. Credit cards are supposed to be for emergencies only, like dental emergencies or having to take a plane or go to a hotel because they require a credit card. And that's the only reason I got one years ago because I went to see my niece graduate from boot camp. I had to fly to South Carolina, so I was required to get a credit card, and I did. So I've had it for a while. So, I'm going to have to pay that off. It's going to take a while, but it was worth it.
So overall, how was your experience with Elisa? Are you cool with her and you enjoyed
Yeah.
streaming?
Overall, I think she's okay. I know what she's like, and you have to take her with like a grain of salt. Don't take her too seriously. Don't expect anything from her. Because whether it's her or anyone, if you expect something from somebody, you get disappointed. So it's best to just go with the flow. Like the first day I was with her, I went with the flow and did whatever she wanted because she didn't say, what do you want to do? She would say, hey, we're going to do this and this and this. But 5 seconds later, she was like the wind. Her mind changes as fast as the wind changes direction. So you can't really depend on her. If she says, we're going to go here or do this or do this, she doesn't keep an itinerary. You just have to go like the wind when you're with her. So if you're going to be on her show, remember that, people. Just plan to do it her way. And it's her show. She wants to make money. And if there's any kind of friction, she's going to use it against you. She's not stupid. She uses, she knows how to control and manipulate men really well. I could tell you that. You know,
Okay,
I
so I
think
have a
overall it was decent. Nothing bad happened to me, and I figured out I could take an Uber back to my hotel. It didn't cost $200 like I thought it would. That's why I said I was too poor to go back to my hotel. I thought it was going to be like $200. Instead of just taking my phone and looking at it and seeing, I just assumed. That's one of my problems for being the age I am. I didn't grow up with technology, and I'm still kind of a retard when it comes to technology. Like when I got lost in a pier, it didn't occur to me I could just look at the live video that she was streaming to see where she was. It literally took me like a half hour to figure that out, and believe it or not, somebody else had to tell me. Just look on the stream and you'll see where she is. And then by the time I found her, I was so mad. I was playing along and pretending I couldn't see her. You could clearly see me in the background. I mean, I could hear her a mile away. So you know that I'm telling the truth, that I knew where she was. I
So I
guess
have
I
a
just
few.
kind of like was so mad then. I just wanted to give her a hard time. But
I
then the
have a.
third day, I gave her the runaround, and that was the funniest video ever. I said I was at the Viper Room, and I'm at the Viper Room. Send me a car, and I made up this story where I was at. I'm in the elevator. I'll be up there in 5 minutes. I'm in a chicken suit. I'm standing right in front of you. And I thought that was funny. So it ended well, with humor.